Jai Shri Krishna. In this video, we will understand 11 different yoga mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, which together forms basis of this novel concept, Ekadash Yoga. Karma Yoga, the yoga of action. Vichar Yoga, the yoga of thoughts. Utsaha Yoga, the yoga of inspiration. And many more, just for first time. Hence, watch out this video for a completely fresh thought inspired from Bhagavad Gita. As name implies, Ekadash stands for 11, and hence this is collection of 11 yoga from various stanzas of Bhagavad Gita to light up fresh value thoughts on leadership and to the world of knowledge. A concept evolved around leadership and people development. This video unfolds light on broad spectrum essence of yoga. Yoga is not just about physical exercise, but a very deep concept rooted to humanity. Ekadash Yoga as a concept says that there are 11 spheres of yoga to be focused to bridge the need of all around development. Every yoga of Ekadash Yoga is huge value and covers one great section of life. A balanced, focused approach is bound to elevate the quality of thought and action as a way of life. Yajna of yoga is Ekadash Yoga. The concept of Ekadash Yoga is evolved from stanza 4.28 of Bhagavad Gita, which indicates that the yajna of yoga, yoga yajna astatha pare, should be done. It simply means that not one but many yoga that brings constructive reform and progressive transformation in life should be resorted. An approach of many yoga together and simultaneous is yajna of yoga, and this is basis of forming concept Ekadash Yoga, yoga yajna astatha pare. The field of thought should be lighted by Vichar Yoga, the yoga of thoughts. The field of action should be tightened by Karma Yoga, the yoga of action. The field of knowledge should be brightened by Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge. Overall, a union of 11 yoga is to light up all spheres of life. Managing stress and distress is the biggest challenge these days in corporate world. And solution to this is offered by combination of Utsaha Yoga and Sannyas Yoga. The challenge of productivity is addressed by Karma Yoga, and quality of thought in leadership is boosted through Vichar Yoga. Every yoga mentioned here is of unique relevance and offers solution to some set of problems that we face. Not just one, but a set of solutions is required, and hence the concept of Ekadash Yoga has been evolved from the knowledge ocean of Bhagavad Gita. How to execute our work with concentration, how to lead by dexterous determination, how a focus on practice can be rewarding in excellence, how the performance can be excellent, how to accelerate the power of thought management. And all this, how do we do without stress and demotivation? This is addressed by Ekadash Yoga framework by union of 11 yoga. Hence, this is yajna of yoga, many yoga of solution in one umbrella. So a belief that yoga is just about physical exercise, it's just about moral fitness by way of pranayama and meditation will change here. Understanding a consortium of 11 yoga, Ekadash Yoga, will change that perspective. Yoga is a very broad and deep concept, and very tough to evolve all through, even though by length of life. Ekadash Yoga is an attempt on how yoga should be explored as a way of life in driving development of self as a leader as well as managing people productivity. Though any one yoga resorted is enough in bringing constructive transformation in human life, and this is indicated in stanza 5.04 and 5.05 of Bhagavad Gita. Sankhya Yogo Pridhagvala Pravadanti na Pandita, and then also Ekam Sankyam cha Yogam cha Ya Pasyati Sa Pasyati, indicates that resort either Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga, it would bring same result. However, to make an easier digest, a union of 11 yoga is collected as Ekadash Yoga. First yoga, Utsaha Yoga, the yoga of inspiration. A concept inspired from stanza 18.26 and 6.05 of Bhagavad Gita. Utsaha Yoga, the yoga of inspiration, provokes a thought process to be inspired, confident and motivated in action. Let the work be enriched with inspiration. Let the action be confidence-filled and thoughts-ever motivation mounted in the process of action. A stress-filled, sadistic, demotivated way of life is never going to be rewarding. And hence explore the concept of Utsaha Yoga, the yoga of inspiration, which has objective to fuel inspiration and confidence in what we act and what we think. This is concept to add power in performance, and the concept to build extra mileage in action. With confidence and with inspiration, there is extra power in input and hence reflected in output. The strike of a confident batsman is far superior than those who just play for sake of playing. The output is always action plus a quantum of confidence. And so Utsaha Yoga is a very much needed to differentiate in what we do and what we think. Utsaha is a word combine inspiration and confidence, and hence Utsaha Yoga is an approach to focus on both inspiration and confidence. Yoga in simplest form is accumulation and aggregation in constructive direction. So when human thoughts and action starts aggregating inspiration, confidence and motivation, Utsaha Yoga initiated. To define simply, Utsaha Yoga is accumulation and aggregation of inspiration, confidence and motivation in thoughts and action. Second one, Ananya Yoga, the yoga of concentration. When destiny is clear, there is a one goal. There is a single pointed drive, and the distraction is not there to achieve so many things. When there is a one goal, one objective, there is a concentration. And when there are so many goals, the distraction is very high. This is yoga of concentration, Ananya Yoga, a concept inspired from stanza 12.06 of Bhagavad Gita, which provoke a thought of being single-pointed, goal-oriented, and being very much focused on goal to achieve. The leader of wisdom drive through single-pointed vision. Contrary to this is a multi-point objective, in which one tries to travel on many paths at a time. A ship in the sea will be confused if do not have single destiny. An aeroplane in the air will be confused if do not have single destiny. So important is single-pointed vision in context of leadership. The knowledge says, decide the vision which lead to single-pointed direction. On contrary, the ignorance says, have a vision landing to multiple directions. In multi-pointed objective, many goals are defined, and they are evolved one after one. As one gets to know the outcome and realize that this is not satisfactory, the leader with a single-pointed determination puts all his energy to one goal, while one with many goals spends energy scattered on many areas. Hence, the leader with a single-pointed determination has a better chance of victory. The objective of understanding the concept of Ananya Yoga, the yoga of concentration, is to focus and see how concentrated we are in terms of focus to our goal, and how concentrated we are in our process of work, in our process of action. Third one, Avikampa Yoga, the yoga of determination. Avikampa Yoga says that we need to have a great resolve if the march is for a great vision in life. A determination which is not flickering in waves of outer world is rewarding and bound to make things happen. Be positive or negative circumstances of life, we are up by a great determination to go for a great goal. Therefore, Yuddhaya Kritnisaya says that get up and go on with a firm determination. Let's act with a great resolve. Let's move with a firm fortitude. And let's perform with a great determination. With fire in action, the flag of determination should e'er keep on flying in the sky of thoughts. To march with confidence on highway of performance, let the flag of determination up and high in the sky of thoughts. Nothing will come out with poor resolve, and nothing can be achieved if there is no fire in action. Determination has to be stronger to achieve a great vision and put up amazing milestone. This is Avikampa Yoga, the yoga of determination. Yuddhaya Krit Nishchaya. Krit stand for firm, Nishchaya stand for determination. And hence this is about a firm determination, dexterous determination. A concept inspired from stanza 2.37 of Bhagavad Gita. A call to Arjuna by Lord Sri Krishna to get up and fight with a firm resolve and a solid determination. Krit Nishchaya is dexterous determination. This is Avikampa Yoga, the yoga of unflickering resolve. As the rock is not tainted by waves of wind, so is the resolve, so is the determination, not flickering by the waves of outer world. This concept is not for those who lead in life by a small resolve, but for big and great ones. Yuddhaya, the word is for big game, great work. When led by a great goal, then ensure a great determination. If winning is the sight, and when you feel victory is your right. Therefore get up and go to fight with a firm determination. Yuddhaya Krit Nishchaya. This is Avikampa Yoga, the yoga of determination. Never by a smaller will in a great work, but with a great determination, resolve ever as a way of life. Because the ambition is sleeping without a great resolve. The great goal is sleeping without a great determination. And fourth one, Abhyas Yoga, the yoga of practice. Abhyasa stands for practice, and hence term Abhyas Yoga stands for the yoga of practice. A concept from Bhagavad Gita refers to the need of focused and consistent practice to achieve the goal. Abhyas Yoga Yuktena Chetsa Nanegamina. Abhyas Yoga is yoga of consistent practice with aim to perfect the quality of action, where focus is undivided and thoughts undistracted. With repeated frequency of improving order, the goal is to do the action perfectly and precisely in best possible manner. Perfection would never come suddenly, and it would require a lot of practice. The yoga of practice says that let's perfect self by consistent practice, and that too with undistracted bent of mind. The objective of Abhyas Yoga, the yoga of practice, is to unfold focus on area where we require practice in order to perfect quality of action. This can be practice of action, knowledge, or thoughts. Abhyasa, practice is an approach of repeating action in order to improve the perfection, in order to achieve perfection. When practice is in context of action, it is Karma Abhyas Yoga. When practice is in context of knowledge, it is Jnana Abhyas Yoga. And when practice is in context of thoughts, it is Thoughts Abhyas Yoga. All these are equally important. And fifth one, Karma Yoga, the yoga of action. Most renowned concept in yoga, because this directly connects with action and performance. The objective of adding Karma Yoga as approach is to elevate quality of work and performance. When responsibility in work is supreme, when inspiration is voicing incredible, confidence is shining charismatic, the work is Karma Yoga way. Built on pillars of wisdom, when concentration, efficiency and practice is fully aligned, and there is a focus on managing distractions of ego, anger and doubts, the action qualifies to Karma Yoga. To define simply, Karma Yoga is a responsibility orientation in action, bound by wisdom, where action is always confidence rich and ever distraction free. And then Jnana Yoga. Gyan Yoga stands for Yoga of Knowledge. When knowledge accumulation and aggregation is focused to prosper wisdom, which in turn enhance intellectual ability and higher human values, it is said as resort to Gyan Yoga, the Yoga of Knowledge. The objective of understanding Gyan Yoga is to be watchful about self-knowledge level and how further addition should add to prosper wisdom and values. Knowledge is seed to boost intellect development, and hence, be it individual or society, it depends how knowledge is driving people growth. Gyan Yoga, the Yoga of Knowledge, emphasizes on being knowledge quality focus and being ever watchful of what is being seeded and how is the outcome. Hence, Gyan Yoga, the Yoga of Knowledge, need to be understood as accumulation and aggregation of knowledge which builds higher values in human life, apart from intellectual rise of material excellence. A combination of how to enhance excellence in domain of our action and how to build high order value system. Not separate but together. Remember, Gyan Yoga is never without values in human life. And Vichar Yoga, the Yoga of Thoughts. Vichar stands for thoughts, and hence Vichar Yoga is the Yoga of Thoughts. When focus on thought is optimized to ensure that there is aggregation, accumulation and elevation of thought in constructive and progressive direction, it amounts to Vichar Yoga, the Yoga of Thoughts. Mind is platform of thoughts, where we want or not, some sort of thoughts ever keep on going in the mind. When the direction of thought is constructive and progressive, the aggregation of thought is said to be yoga oriented. The thoughts which just as oscillation in the ocean of mind, the thought which do not add value, and the thought of destruction doesn't amount to Vichar Yoga. Life is thought, and hence focus on quality of thought is key to drive our way of life. Let the thoughts just not roam without an objective, let them be guided. That is what Vichar Yoga is saying. With a set of principles, the yoga of thought is to beautify the quality of thought to lead in life, a direction which is progressive and constructive. The objective of Vichar Yoga is to improve quality of thought process. Eighth one, Samatvam Yoga, and this is very new one, wisdom of evenness. A concept inspired from stanza 2.48 of Bhagavad Gita. It refers to an approach of wisdom which says that lead by evenness in thought and action to deal with outcome. An elevated approach of firmness and maturity, where one does not hanker in extreme pleasure and not give up in failure. An ability to operate with a well-controlled temperament in uncontrolled state of outcome is a wisdom of evenness, and know this is a Samatvam Yoga. Look at some example here to understand this evenness. Being not tainted in failure is evenness, and hankering not in success is evenness. Firmly containing emotions in distress is evenness, and controlling exciting emotions in extreme happiness is evenness. This evenness is a point of balance between expression of success and expression of failure. Reflecting through maturity and firmness, it says that be even with the success or failure and not uneven. Excessive excitement is being uneven, but handling the victory with pleasure is being even. Similarly, in reverse situation, breaking down by defeat is being uneven. However, controlling self with firmness is being even. So, to deal with evenness in uneven circumstances of life is wisdom of evenness, and know this as Samatvam Yoga. And Atma Sanyam Yoga, the yoga of self-control. Evolving a fresh thought on what to focus in context of self-control and how to focus. The concept of Atma Sanyam Yoga, the yoga of self-control, is unfolding the approach of self-reform. Broadly focused on two dimensions, incoming waves and outgoing waves of life, the Atma Sanyam Yoga is a concept to rejuvenate human personality by way of focus on self-control. The process of interaction with outside world can be seen in two waves, incoming waves and outgoing waves. When we hear something, the frequency of sound travels to our ear. And similarly, when we see something, the visual frequency travels to our eyes. These are incoming frequencies. And when we speak, the frequency travels from us, from our mouth to outside world. There is a continuous process of interaction, and hence there is incoming and outgoing waves. And this is where Atma Sanyam Yoga is saying to focus. Control on all the points. Control on what we listen, control on what we see, and control on what we speak. Very popular, you must have heard, the three monkeys of Mahatma Gandhi. One keeping ears shut, one keeping eyes shut, and one keeping mouth shut. These monkeys of Gandhiji truly presented Atma Sanyam Yoga. Controls on what we listen, control on what we see, and control on what we speak. While the field of Atma Sanyam Yoga is very vast and it covers entire domain of senses, body and mind and intellect, but if we start with these three, that's enough to build on. Atma Sanyam Yoga, the yoga of self-control. Atma Sanyam Yoga, know this as yoga of self-control, is a concept inspired from stanza 4.27 of Bhagavad Gita. Lighted by knowledge, the yoga of self-control is an approach to put focus on self-control with respect to action of body, mind and intellect. And Sannyas Yoga, the yoga of renunciation. Sannyasa, the Sanskrit term, stands for renunciation and what to refrain from. Sannyas Yoga is the yoga of renunciation, to deal with what to renounce and what to abandon. The general understanding of sannyasa is getting away from life and being a sannyasi. However, that is not the case. We need to understand the concept of sannyasa in true sense, and that is renouncing, giving up things in life which enhances peace and prosperity. A concept from stanza 9.28 of Bhagavad Gita, Sannyas Yoga explores how this can be useful for leadership and management context. Sannyas Yoga Yuktatma, getting away from negative things and moving away from negative things is very much important. Do we ever try to keep garbage inside home? So why the garbage of thoughts and the things which has no value in our life? So exploring in true sense, Sannyas Yoga, we have to watch things and thoughts which we have to renounce to enhance our performance and strengthen our success path. Yoga in simplest term is accumulation and aggregation, and hence Sannyas Yoga is about renouncing and abandoning negative thought and things for betterment of life. A person looks quite ugly in hottest form of anger. However, when he gives up anger, then he expresses with love and compassion. The expression looks quite good and human. There are many such things which though we give up, but it adds rather than loss. With Sannyas Yoga, the yoga of renunciation, we will be strengthening such thoughts. Sannyas Yoga says that things which causes depression, distress, which disturb human life balance, and thoughts which are toxic must be renounced. Evil form action, jealousness, stress, anger, ego, greed, selfishness, laziness, etc. to be abandoned and not the basic duty. This is clearly we need to understand with concept of Sannyas Yoga. And 11th one, Dhyan Yoga. The yoga of meditation is ultimate supreme of all yoga, and it is simply meditation to bring mind, intellect, senses and entire bodily kingdom in control. Placed in meditative posture and practicing through the methods of meditation, this is way to relax body, mind and intellect. Human life is just about thoughts. There is nothing more than thoughts in human life. And this yoga of meditation is to improve the quality of machine which builds the thoughts, which manufactures and produces the thoughts. While pranayama is initial step to contain, control and regulate breath, which makes path easier for achieving meditative posture. However, meditation is a far ahead stage, which leads for soul reflections and countless benefits for health, body and mind. The objective of Dhyan Yoga, the yoga of meditation, is to boost a healthy body and mind through practice of meditation. But where to start and how to focus on all these 11 yoga? So here is a lamp of light framework which says that how these 11 yoga should be focused. So there are 4 different levels of focus has been explained here. In sequence, while level 1 is for everyone, level 4 is for more mature and elevated positions of leadership and wisdom. These 4 levels of elevations has been elaborated in detail in the lamp of light framework. Level 1, first level, Utsaha Yoga, the yoga of inspiration. Everyone needs to have this, and this is just basic for all human beings. The approach to be ever inspired, being confident and motivated forever in what we do and what we think. This is needed for everyone. Inspiration and confidence are very basic need of every human being. Trust this Utsaha Yoga as a general fuel of flame by which one reflects through incredible inspiration and a commanding confidence in action. Nothing you can achieve with the demotivated, downtrodden and people of no excitement at work. Lead an army of inspired and confident people. That is way to script the victory. In level 2, focus on enhancing concentration is addressed by Ananya Yoga, the yoga of concentration. Building up determination of dexterous order is guided by Avikampa Yoga, the yoga of determination. And improvising and sharpening a skill is done by Abhyas Yoga, the yoga of practice. As category shifts from frontline manpower to a skilled manpower, managerial task, and maybe sort of administrative or leadership capacity, level 2 focus would be required. Further, level 3 focus is on most prevalent concepts. Karma Yoga, the yoga of action. Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge. Vichar Yoga, the yoga of thoughts. And a fresh thought, Samatvam Yoga, wisdom of evenness. A high quality performance in leadership cannot be imagined without focus on L3. A solid combination of knowledge, thoughts and wisdom would be needed to look at high order action performance. Hence these 4 yoga stands essence of leadership. And beyond these 3, level 4 is about more mature and elevated perspective by Atma Sanyam Yoga, the yoga of self-control, Sannyas Yoga, the yoga of renunciation, and Dhyan Yoga, the yoga of meditation. Hence the lamp of light framework says that let's light up yourself from L1, Utsaha Yoga. Flame it up with L2, Ananya Yoga, the yoga of concentration, Avikampa Yoga, the yoga of determination, and Abhyas Yoga, the yoga of practice. Bright up high with L3, Karma Yoga, the yoga of action, Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge, Vichar Yoga, the yoga of thoughts, and Samatvam Yoga, wisdom of evenness. And there you drive for most precious and prestigious and luminous form of light in leadership with L4, Atma Sanyam Yoga, the yoga of self-control, Sannyas Yoga, the yoga of renunciation, and Dhyan Yoga, the yoga of meditation. So this is galaxy of yoga to cover up human actions and activity in complete umbrella coverage. Feel human life with action and activity just as universe, and these 11 yoga as galaxy there. Yoga is an approach to lift up human life. Ekadash Yoga provide a whole umbrella of requisite yoga framework to focus on all corners of life. Its cover is knowledge shielded, wisdom bound, confidence flamed, inspiration rich, and excellence scripted all over. So hopefully you must have liked this concept inspired from Bhagavad Gita. If you like, do like this video, subscribe, and share to all your friends and family whom you want to benefit from this new concept of Bhagavad Gita. And if possible, then write it down in comment box. Once for sure, Jai Shri Krishna.